So I will start with Guru Vandana, that is prostration at the feet of the Guru. Swamin Namaste Nataloka Bandho Karunya Sindho Patitam Bhavabdhau Mamuddharatmiya Kataksha Drishtya Rijvyati Karunya Sudhabhivrishtya Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste, Swamin Namaste. Jnanaswarupam Nijabhavayuktam Anandamanandakaram Prasannam Yogindra Medyam Bhavaroga Vaidyam Srimad Gurum Nityamaham Namami Srimad Gurum Nityamaham Namami Nityaya Satyaya Chidatmakaya Navyaya Bhavyaya Paratparaya Shuddhaya Buddhaya Niranjanaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya Namostu Nityam Guru Shekharaya. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. When yesterday I was asked, yesterday or 2 days before, I was asked what topic we should give for your discourses. So I am very bad at giving topics and nobody helps me also, especially when it is asked at the last moment. Then everybody is busy. So I said that, but then I chose this topic, living Bhagavad Gita every moment, and I was very happy with it. Because I feel that it is not only living Bhagavad Gita every moment, it is living the scriptures every moment. You know, Bhagavad Gita, it is the essence of all the Upanishads. And all the Upanishads, what they tell us? They tell us that essentially we are divine. Our true identity is that we are the divinity, we are the soul, which is changeless and imperishable. And the body is different from the soul. Mistakenly, we identify with the changeful body, mind, and intelligence. And we forget about our real identity, which is the changeless, imperishable, eternal, unaffected, fearless, ever-free soul or self. And that self that I am is everywhere. It's all-pervading. Everywhere it is the self and self alone. So this is what our Upanishads say. And whatever we talk, it is essentially that. But it is a Bhagavad Gita retreat. So Bhagavad Gita, actually, it is a book of life. Everything in Bhagavad Gita we can pursue in life, and it is essential that we pursue in life. It is because the Bhagavad Gita, as you know, it was told by Krishna as a gospel to Arjuna when Arjuna was very fearful, disappointed, despondent, and wanted to run away from the war. Although he had made so much of preparations for 12 years and plus 1 year of Ajnatavasa, also he had done a lot of penance and austerity to get very good weapons from the gods. Still he was very, very fearful. he felt, and he was aggrieved to feel that he's going to kill so many people, including the grandfather, the teacher, the cousins, the friends, and all that. So this is a gospel where Krishna is ultimately telling Arjuna how he can hold on to the fact that this body alone is destructible and the soul is not. And holding on to that knowledge, how he can fight this war and without any kind of feeling of guilt, anxiety, or fear, because he is working for the dharma. Also in the process, how can Arjuna do it? So he prepared Arjuna's mind to understand how an action can be done, how the war should be fought, with what attitude, also how this whole world should be considered to be the creation of that supreme power, and ultimately how that we have no control over what we do. Whatever we have to, we feel that this belongs to us, that belongs to us, but actually nothing belongs to us and we have no control over anything. It's because of our mistaken identity with our mind, body, and intelligence that we feel changes and undergo the happiness and unhappiness in the mind, which also is only a change in the mind, change in the intelligence. So we should constantly dwell on the fact that I am not this changeful body, mind, intelligence, but I am the self. So this is how Krishna has told, and ultimately he says that rely, have reliance, surrender. Know that including every activity or everything that happens, which are the whole nature is a mixture of the three gunas. Somebody is taking that portion. Know that, but also know that every emotion, every sentiment is also created by me, it originates from me. He says that this whole world emerges from me alone and is activated by me. That is, activated by the Supreme. And also he says, not only the actions, but also the sentiments, what all goes in the mind. Actions are done by what? By our limbs, and through our sense organs, we can perceive many things. And what happens in the mind and intelligence? Emotions, sentiments, indecisions, confusions, delusions, everything is inside. Everything, he says, is a creation of that supreme consciousness. So all this he gives. Now the question is that we have learned all these things. How do we relate it to our everyday life? We have learned all the concepts, we understand them, it's very good, but how do we bring into our life our everyday actions? So I thought that my whole life has been to seek this knowledge so that this knowledge can be applied every moment, so that every moment becomes divine, every moment becomes a connection to the Supreme, and every moment becomes, beautiful and happy and peaceful. So I thought that let me describe that. Now, in my earlier lectures, I had told that these days I just am not able to structure my lectures. So whatever comes to my mind, I say. And everybody who are close to me, when I say that I should stop talking, they say that no, whatever you talk is okay. So here also, I give the online lectures also. And so yesterday I started thinking about I should talk and all that. So you heard me doing Guru Vandana in the beginning. I would like to say that for any devotee or seeker, I think the first thing that we can do is feeling very blessed that we are on this path. I think all of you are very blessed. And you all should have gratitude for that to God. Devanugraha hetukam. By God's blessing alone, it happens that you are able to listen to something spiritual, be in a spiritual presence, and have the interest to reflect upon the spiritual knowledge. So we always, at least I feel that what I talk is because of the blessings of my Guru, that words are coming and I'm telling. And I do hope that, I know, I'm very sure that it is because of his blessings. Whatever will come out from my mouth will be beneficial for all of you. So when I was coming, Swamiji was, after we went back, Swamiji was making his notes. There are people to help him with his notes, so he was doing it. It was time for him to take rest also. So I did pranam and I was coming out. So Swamiji said, what are you going to speak? So I said, this is my topic. Did you not hear that yesterday I chose this topic? Is it not good, Swamiji? Swamiji said, yes, it's good topic. What are you going to speak? Then I said, I will speak this, I will speak that. I will say this, I will say that. Is it not good? Son, he said, yes, very good. You see this also, you say that also, and write your slokas. You should have some paper on which you should have your slokas. So Namrata said that she has all slokas. And I said, whatever I don't have, I'll look into the book. So that is my way, very free. I want to make you free. I am also free with you. And I think that in that atmosphere, let us speak and share what I want to share. It should not be that you have come to a lecture and listening to a lecture. It should be such which helps you in your life. So, I was thinking that, when I was getting into the lift and coming down, Swamiji's face was coming to my mind because he was asking me, what are you going to talk? So, as if I'm a small girl and going for an exam, and he's very worried now that what I'm going to speak. So then I remembered when we came to the ashram to be at his feet 37 years back. Swamiji, I was pestering Swamiji how to have this knowledge, how to relate it to our... Every day would be the same question in different manner, because it was everything that we do in our day-to-day life is I think every day, everybody is doing that. We are active. And how to make those activities, through those activities, how to find God, how to find divinity. Those are activities, some which like, some which we do not like. Sometimes we grumble and do. But then, how to find divinity in that? So, I used to pester him with the same question again and again. Then one day Swamiji said, I tell you, I am your Guru. Just be like a 12-year-old girl. You don't have to read anything, you don't have to chant anything, you don't have to remember anything. If you want, you can chant some slokas. You serve people. Whoever is coming to the ashram and whoever is in the ashram, simply serve them. You will get everything you want. So what was that? That is having no desire, having no desire. And he said, do nothing, do nothing. So I did not understand what this do nothing means, because I was doing so many things, so many work I used to do, and it depended on me. Right from morning we had cows in our ashram at that time, so 30 liters of milk we had to boil, and so many other things. So what does this do nothing mean? So do nothing actually meant, slowly I understood, do everything, but do not get bound by it inside. Don't have any expectations. Do your work very well, but do not have any kind of clinging that the whatever I am doing, I must get only this particular result. Then alone I will be happy. Results will come, definitely. How much we do the work, in what percentage of sincerity we do the work, the outcome will be there. An outcome, we always know that it doesn't happen according to our plans. So, says do nothing and be like a young 12-year-old girl. So I'm telling you now, be like that. Be like that. Don't have any expectation. What? People read, come, listen to lectures to gain knowledge. Yes, we must gain knowledge, but it is not only gaining the knowledge, it is how you take the knowledge and apply it, how you yearn for it. Whatever we hear, how do we yearn? Say, I am saying this. I am saying this. At least some of you should feel that, oh, whatever Ma is saying, does it relate to us? Can I also become so enthusiastic about this knowledge? Can I also, like Ma felt, that how to bring this knowledge into life and every moment feel divine? Do I do like this? Do I think like this? I'm also reading Bhagavad Gita. Many of you are reading Bhagavad Gita. It is very good. But is your yearning increasing? Are you feeling that whatever we are doing by that, my love for experiencing what the Bhagavad Gita's message is it increasing? So that way we should try to listen to knowledge, not with any expectation that, oh yes, I learned the 13th chapter, I learned the 12th chapter, or I learned the 2nd chapter, or I can chant the whole of Bhagavad Gita. All that are disciplines and very good austerities, but what is necessary is to live the knowledge. Do you get me? Do you like to hear this? Okay. So as I was saying, that we are always active, and through our activities, we sometimes, like all of you, you are interested in spiritual knowledge. See, many of you have come. It's very nice to see all of you, and you are listening also with a lot of attention. So this knowledge, I think that what we need to understand is that how every moment we can apply in our lives the message of the Bhagavad Gita, right? Now, throughout the life, throughout our day, say we get up in the morning. As soon as we get up, we are very hurried. Most of us, because we have to do so many things. And while doing one work, we will be thinking of many other work which is awaiting us. So the mind is not at all restful. And out of the activities that is awaiting us, we like some and we dislike some, but still we have to do them. So most of the activities leave us tense, anxious, fearful, and disturbed. The mind is not restful. So while performing one activity, one will be feeling that when will this be over and I do the next one. So that happens when we worship also. When we sit for doing puja, many of you may be having some devotional practices, sitting for the puja, lighting a lamp, chanting something, giving flowers, etc., offering flowers or offering something, nivedyam. Most of us will feel, when will this be over? When I'll chant the whole of Vishnu Sahasranama and we'll get up because I have to make breakfast. or I have to run to the office, right? So this is what happens to us. We are not able to, so where is the divinity there? So where we have to bring in divinity then? When we get up in the morning. Can we make that getting up divine? When we take bath, can we make that bath divine? When we are doing worship or we are making breakfast or going to office, can we make those acts as divine? With what thought? With what attitude? Can the Gita give us some kind of clue to these aspects of our life? We have to think that. Now, how to think? Actually, this is the way, this is how I feel. One should always have some kind of thought in one's own life that whatever I am doing, am I making full use of it? Especially in the spiritual pursuit, that whatever I am hearing, doing, what is the benefit of it? Have I benefited, or have I become more free? Have I become less tense? Have I become less anxious? Do I only, even now, my mind, does it only think of my own family, or does it extend to others also? So these, these self-examinations should go on. Now, we have experienced that in the midst of hectic and intense activities, we miss the touch of supreme, miss the touch of the divinity, and the touch that we are, there is a purity in us, the feeling that the indweller is there in us. We miss all that. And the mind becomes peaceful and happy. Suppose we worship also and we meditate also. Apart from whatever anxiety we get, we still feel a little happy. Now, why is it that we are not able to keep that feeling of divinity, whatever little we get? Say we are listening, all of you have come for this program, the retreat, and all of you have some pursuit in your lives. So why is it that the mind is not able to keep the feeling of auspiciousness, the purity, the sublimity, or the divine feelings with us? Now, if we look into Bhagavad Gita, we will find that right from the beginning, as I was telling you, that I'm going to discuss with you or share with you that how we can make use of this Bhagavad Gita in our daily moments when we get up in the morning. Say, when we get up in the morning, what can we think? That I have got up in one more day. The Supreme has given me one more day of my life, right? So, when we have got up in this life and the whole journey is there, then who is actually giving this life to this body, mind, intelligence and animating it? We said that God is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate. So, everything, the whole creation emerges from me. And it activates also all the activities. Now, who is that Supreme? What is that? Do we call it self? Do we call it Brahman? Do we call it God? So these thoughts, when it comes, we then have to inquire a little more. So, like that, when Krishna starts the Bhagavad Gita, he initially tells about the soul. That you have heard. I think you must have heard from Swamiji explained yesterday. Swamiji also must have said. So I will also just say in a very briefly that Krishna first of all told Arjuna that you have to know that this body is destructible and the soul is not. The soul is eternal, imperishable, whereas the body is not. and the soul remains forever. So this is what he told him. And also he said that you must have samatva buddhi. This life will bring to us always the pairs of opposites, like heat and cold, profit and loss, likes and dislikes, good and bad, then praise and blame. So always these will come. Now, why the mind gets disturbed? Because we don't like certain things and we are fearful of getting what we don't like. And we also always like to have what we like. So for both of these, the mind remains tense and anxious. Will I get what I like, or will I get what I don't like? The whole life is this. The whole life is a circle between happiness and unhappiness. Happiness and unhappiness. Happiness will come, it will be over, and unhappiness will creep in. We do not want unhappiness. None of us wants unhappiness. But do we do anything to get unhappiness or unpleasantness or misery? We don't do, but it comes. Similarly, we should know that this unhappiness or misery which comes, or affliction which comes, it will be gone. And again something will happen which will give us pleasant feelings. So he talks about samatva. He talks about how you can do your work. Now, these are concepts. What is the concept? The soul is a concept. The samatva buddhi, we must have the samatva buddhi. Where will we have the samatva buddhi? Only when we are interacting. Do you get me? When we are interacting, then alone the question of good, bad, profit, loss, praise and blame, all these will come. Suppose we sit in meditation or we sit alone somewhere, all this will not happen. Only when we are having somebody different from me and we interact and behave with them, then alone these things will come. So what will happen? We'll find that in every situation we have to train our mind to be even-minded. That is, accept what comes, reject what goes, and whatever we have wished for, even if it has not come, don't be upset. This is the watchword of being happy in life. That is what? Whatever we have wished for, if it doesn't come, don't be upset about it. But that doesn't mean that you should not work well. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that do your work well. Do your work very well. But without any clinging. Clinging to what? Clinging either to the work or to the result of the work. You understand? You get it? So, what is this clinging either to the work? As I was saying, when we get up in the morning, we find that we have to do a lot of things, which maybe somebody likes to sit somewhere and read books, but finds that there is no time to do that. Whole day will pass and there is no time. There was no time. Or somebody wants to write down something. Somebody wants to meditate for a long time, doesn't get the time. But we have to do many things which we do not like. Say you go to the office, you know that you have to do some work, you have to meet your boss, and boss is not very, of a difficult nature. So you have to meet and spend the time. Or you may have some your colleagues with whom you are having difficulties. Even in your family, with your children, you have difficulties. Your husbands and wives will be having difficulties. So sometimes we get up in the morning thinking that, oh, today I have to do this very unpleasant work. So how are we taking this? So whatever we like, may not get it, but we should not be upset. And suppose we get it also, we should not be too much elated. So this should be our thing. So Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita 6.22, he says, Yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha yasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna api vichalyate. This one. Yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha yasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna api vichalyate. This he says in the 6th chapter. And what is that? Krishna, having told about the soul and everything, ultimately he comes when he is talking to Arjuna in the 6th chapter. In between he has spoken many things. Many of the things, I think that, it's so very beautiful. So many shlokas are there. And many of you may be reading the Bhagavad Gita regularly. So many shlokas are there which tell us how we can pursue this path, and we get a lot of insight into how to apply them in our lives. So then in this one, he's saying, Krishna is telling Arjuna, I have told many things to you. Listen to this. You pursue what I am saying. Pursue the soul concept, pursue the samatva concept, pursue the karma concept. That is, do your work well. Don't expect the work, we don't have clinging to the work. And also, that doesn't mean that you should not do your work well. Give 100% of your mind and heart to the work, even if you don't like the work. So, all that having said, and many other things, in the 6th chapter, Krishna is saying, Yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha yasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna api vichalyate. What is that? It says that if you pursue this soul concept in the manner in which I am saying, now, what is the soul concept? I am the soul. I am changeless. I am imperishable. I am eternal. Pursuing that means what? What does it mean? We may be reading the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna has been told by Krishna about the soul and the self. That it is undying, it is birthless, it is deathless, it cannot be cut, it cannot be dried, it cannot be so many things. And it is always there. He says that the body will be destroyed, but the soul will not be. So many things he has said. Now, pursuing that means what exactly? This is what is living Bhagavad Gita in one's everyday life or every moment. So how can you pursue this? You have got up in the morning. How do you pursue this? Mind will be thinking of so many different things. But you make a habit. What is the habit? Habit is that you try to think that, I am hearing in the scriptures. It may be Bhagavad Gita because it is a Bhagavad Gita retreat. Otherwise, if you read any other scripture, I am not this body. I have this presence which animates my body, which is the pure consciousness. It activates my body, it animates my body, and that is the self I am. I am really that. I am not this changeful body, mind, and intelligence. Our body is changing, mind is changing, intelligence is changing. I don't think I have to explain it, because we say at whichever age you all are now, each is having a different age. You know that your body was something when you were a child. It has grown. It was 15 years old. You were something. Your body was something. Now, whichever age you are, The body has been growing and changing. It has undergone a lot of changes. The mind also had undergone a lot of changes. Similarly, the intelligence has undergone a lot of changes. Now, these have happened. So this body which I call I, my name, my form, how much tall I am, how much fat I am or thin I am, what is my complexion, what are my qualifications, where I work, where is my house, how many children I have, that is my identity. Every one of you. And because of the identity, when this will be over, you will go to your house, right? You won't go to another's house. Because that is your identity. Now, this says, what is a pursuit? Pursuit is that when you get up, at least once in a while you think, yes, I think that I stay in this place or I am this. That is an identity which the world knows about me. And I also think about me. I have been thinking about me. But now I will have a separate identity that I am the imperishable, changeless, eternal soul. And by doing so, my first identity is that I am a seeker of truth. You get me? What did I say? Seeker of truth. You may be a daughter, you may be a mother, you may be a wife, you may be a grandmother, or the men similarly, son, husband, father, grandfather, whatever you may be a teacher, doctor, whatever. For any spiritual person, the first identity should be, I am a spiritual seeker first. And your life should revolve around that seeking. What is the seeking? What is the pursuit? That I have to make a habit now to think occasionally that I'm not changeful actually. I'm not changeful. And whomever I'm seeing their changeful body. But everybody is the same self and same soul. And that is what is our real identity. The soul is all pervading. Although there are so many varieties, so many faces, each different from the other. And who has created this? We don't know. I have not created. None of you has created. Who has created? What is that source? And why this universe has taken place? And why it is like this? And what is the relationship between me and the world and everybody else? Only when I think that I am what I am, my identity which is changeful, I consider all to be different from me. And that is why when there is a differentiation, say, I'm saying this is me and there is another, then only the question of fear comes, hatred comes, love comes, jealousy comes. Because only when there is a second entity, all these will happen. When there is oneness everywhere, the self is everywhere, there won't be. Who will hate whom? Who will love whom? Who will fear whom? Like there is a very common example that when we are chewing, if the teeth bites the tongue, then we don't scold the teeth. Why did you bite the tongue? Because the teeth and the tongue both the same. Similarly, suppose our finger just pricks the eye while scratching here. We don't scold the finger. The eye and the finger both belong to the same. So, when the pursuit, when we live the moment, we are human beings. So, human beings have so many sense organs, 5. And each sense organ is taking us towards its respective attractive things. Come, 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 come. And if the intelligence is not strict enough and allows the mind to go behind the senses, mind also thinks, let me go, let me enjoy. And it just goes, as in Bhagavad Gita, there is a sloka which says that whichever sense organ the mind follows, what it does, it simply drowns it. Drowns it. Because there is no discrimination between what is good and bad. So, this human beings have these sense organs, 5 sense organs keep on attracting us towards the world. Now, what we should do? Because of this, because if this uncontrolled or unrestrained, if we remain unrestrained, that is, we are not restraining our mind, we are not restraining our sense organs, what happens? We may go towards so many things, we will be not able to think of the soul. What did I say? Please remember, what did I say? That pursue this knowledge. What is the knowledge? The soul, which Krishna in the very beginning have said. Now, how do you pursue it when you got up, or maybe a little into the day? That is, I am saying, make a habit. Habit of what? Habit of thinking that I am not the body, I am the soul. I am not changeful. So whenever there is some interaction, some behavior where you are hurt, you are sad, then you should feel that no, in the self which I am, this is not there. But why I brought the topic of the sense organs? Because the sense organs are such, they are constantly taking our mind towards other thoughts. That is why we are not able to make the habit very effectively. Do you understand? So, the mind which should dwell on the thought of the self, dwell on the thought of the samatva concept, the mind is not able to do that. Because constantly we are getting allured by other things and we start thinking about that. And why does the mind go there? Because mind just goes for the happiness that we enjoy. Say we'll go, say with the friends, we go out, we start seeing a movie, or we watch something, or we hear something, and which actually does maybe giving us short-lived happiness, but not an everlasting happiness. And again, the mind remains disturbed. So, what any seeker of truth, what I said, that the first identity, from now on, if you have not made that identity, you must make that identity, that think that I am a seeker. Now, if I really have to live this knowledge in every moment, I have to make some habits. New habits. What are the new habits? That is, constantly examine yourself and see whether your mind is in the worldly thoughts, or sometimes it is also thinking about the self-thought. That is, slowly when you make a habit, you will find unawares, mostly your mind is in these thoughts. And even if it goes to other worldly thoughts, it will come back to the spiritual thoughts. So this habit making is very, very important. So Krishna says that, Arjuna, there is a state, yam labdhva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha, yasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna api vichalyate. This is 6.22. It says there is a state. Labdhva means having gained which. Yam chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha. That is, gaining a state. There is a state gaining which one considers nothing to be more superior than this. Nothing. You understand? In which state are we now? We are constantly either being kicked for becoming elated, or becoming subdued and becoming afflicted. Constantly we are in that spinning like this. Sometimes happy, sometimes unhappy, sometimes angry, sometimes irritated, sometimes jealous, sometimes disappointed, sometimes confused. This is our state. Now, he says that there is a state. And what is that state? That is the state of the soul. So we have to make a habit to go there. He says that nothing else will be considered superior to it. No other gain will be considered superior. That is, we are contented. We are contented. We don't want anything else. And yasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna api vichalyate. Second line. What is that? Yasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna api vichalyate. If you are able to be in that state, then even the greatest of adversity will keep you unaffected. You understand? Even if the greatest of adversity comes, you will be able to remain unaffected by it. You will not be afflicted by it. So, you will not be perturbed by it. So, I think that this is one shloka which is very, very important. It is good to remember this shloka. Otherwise, how will we love this Bhagavad Gita? What is the reason for loving Bhagavad Gita? Why do you want to live Bhagavad Gita in every moment? Because there are so many other good things to live and enjoy. Why do you have to enjoy Bhagavad Gita in your life? I think all of you are very sleepy. Huh? No? So, okay. But I have a question answer also, no? When do I have to stop? Huh? 7 minutes. Okay. So, now, so why did I say that you are all sleeping? Is that not, I am not finding any brightening up of the faces. Because if such a knowledge is given that, oh, there is a state, I think suppose in your profession, if anybody says that such a position is there, and if you can go up to it, then there will be so much money, so much, all of you will run behind it. Huh? Then why this is not making you feel so? Why this is not making your face light up? That, oh, is it so? So much of gold, so let me run for it. But this is telling about whom? About ourselves, our own life. We feel that money is security and all possessions are security. People are, big family is a security. To have people around us is security. All these are not securities. Not at all. I will read out one shloka for you. I must find it. You know, I have become very bad now. That Namrata was saying that Ma knows many shlokas, etc. I knew, even now I know. But why I am very hopeless now is that I cannot find them. I've become very useless in structuring my lecture, to find the shlokas and then also arrange them. Some of them are helping me. Sanjay is one who helps me, even remotely from Delhi. Yes, that is what I want to be. See, I'll tell you one shloka. That is there are so many scriptures. Actually, we are talking about Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is something, genuinely it is so good. Actually, you should love it. You should love it not for the sake that you can tell that you know the Bhagavad Gita. But it gives us so much of enthusiasm and inspiration to pursue the things. You know, today I was just going through. I also don't, I have never by-hearted the slokas, but still there are some slokas which I like, so I was just going through. See this, when I started reading Bhagavad Gita, some of the words, Nitya Triptaha, the word when I came across, I said, oh, such a beautiful word. Can it be true? Nitya Triptaha means eternally contented. And I read it when I was young. Maybe I was 24 or 25 years old. So what a beautiful word. Nitya Triptaha. And we are constantly disturbed because we are not contented. Whatever we get, we want something more. Swamiji says, Swamiji has been saying, I have nothing, I am nothing, I have nothing, I want nothing. He says you should all be able to say that I am nothing. That is, no ego, no possessiveness, no feeling of mindness, no belongingness, knowing that nothing is controlled by me, and I have nothing, and I want nothing. What a freedom! What a freedom is this kind of a statement. And you know what he attributes it to? His Guru, his Gurudev. Very recently, many of you may not know, Swamiji has built his Gurudev's abode, which had fallen completely. It was a mud house. That property came under our ashram in 2017, and we were trying to rebuild. Swamiji had a sankalpa to rebuild, but then COVID came in. We couldn't do. It started in 2023 January, and this February, 2025 February, everything is complete. It's a very small ashram, and all over the world, Swamiji's disciples, many came there, and the inauguration was done. So, in that context, we have taken out a book. It's in West Bengal. So, it's a village, remote village. So, people know English, don't know English that much. And so, we took out a book. And then Swamiji has written articles. Nuto Swamiji has written, I have written. So, there Swamiji has written his. I would like to read it out to you. What a person feels about the Guru. He says that this feeling that I have, that I am nothing, I have nothing and I want nothing, it is only because of my Guru. I don't want anything. So Nitya Triptaha. What a beautiful word. Yadrichha lava santushtaha. What does that mean? That you be satisfied by whatever you have got. And we do not become satisfied. We want more, and we should actually count the blessings that we have got from God. But we keep on counting what we have not got, what God has not given us. Just like whatever may be our complexion, our height, weight, etc., or the parents that we have, or the financial condition of the parents, we have nothing to do. We just grow with it. But many other things later on, we just feel we must have. We don't feel that how God is, till I think at least in this assembly, everybody gets food to eat, clothes to wear, shelter over the head, and all of you have cars. In your family, maybe everybody has a car of their own. So much in America, not so in India. But at least people whom we generally talk to, we should be satisfied, but we are not satisfied. So I'm saying that this book has so many things to do. You leave aside the concepts are so good, but the simple sound words are so good. You feel that, oh, how to get it? Can I also get it? This inspiration. That is why I was saying that whenever I read not only this, any other, I would feel that, oh, if Krishna has told Arjuna, and the Bhagavad Gita is being read by human beings later on and for so many years, it should be possible to get these qualities. Can I get it? What is the pursuit? How to live it? How in our activities we can understand that, suppose I have a desire, how to bring, because the desire is there, how to get over that and become Nitya Tripta. What is the difference between a desire and an absolute necessity? You understand? There are certain things absolutely necessary. We need food, we need dress, we need a shelter, we need water to drink. Then what is absolute necessity and what is desire? Desire is such which makes us disturbed. Desire is that. If we don't get it, we'll be disturbed, we'll be afflicted, we'll blame somebody, we'll criticize somebody. That because of that, because of this, we didn't get. So desire constricts our mind. That is the only characteristics of desire, that it gives narrowness to the mind. It doesn't make us, if we say that I want nothing, and able to say that gives freedom. Okay. Question and answer.
Jai Guru, pranams ma. So I have a question. I don't want to take up too much of your time to ask questions, but Ma, you had mentioned about the example. You had mentioned about the example of the teeth and the tongue and saying they're both the same. But whenever I bite my tongue, I scold myself in the process. So if I'm extending that thought process to others around me to say this other person is one and the same, that it's just another soul, it's one and the same essentially. If they make a mistake, should I don't understand if I would scold myself for any mistakes that they make, or how does that relationship occur?
I hope I've understood your question. You said that when you bite your tongue, your teeth bites your tongue, you scold yourself. Why? Because being inattentive? Why do you scold yourself?
And I'm just like, I should have slowed down or thought about it better.
So that is okay. You can think that at least you have introspected and felt that because of your inattention or hurry, you have bitten it. It's not that. It's that, suppose we bite our tongue, we do not have any hatred for the teeth, meaning that only. We don't have any hatred. Now, with other people, we are we are trying to use this in our day-to-day behavior with interaction and behavior with people. You can sit. So, or if you want further anything. So, in that, we can think that they is the same. I and the person is same. That thought will not help so much. What we have to think further is that being the same is that we are the same self, but you have to extend to many other things in Bhagavad Gita, like because we are the same, I should not have a hatred towards, not even this, that I am the same, that concept. We can think that to be a good devotee or a seeker, I should not have ill feeling towards anybody. So, I will not have an ill feeling towards this person who is hurting me. Okay? Now, also, the ill feeling is not there. So, I try to be not forming any kind of judgment about that person. Not only that, I feel that, this person has been created like this. There are three gunas. If you want to bring the gunatraya vibhaga, then it is mixture of the three gunas, where this person is very harsh and rude always. That is why he or she, or I get hurt by that person. So the nature has made the person like this. So he is not able to, maybe he is trying also, he or she is trying, but not able to change. Now, what am I supposed to do? I have to interact with the person. What am I supposed to do? As a follower of the scriptures or Bhagavad Gita, I should be adveshta sarvabhutanam. I should not be having ill feeling, hatred, or dislike for the person, bitterness for the person. But I should try to grow to a dimension so that I can own the person, Own the person. Own the person means not having this feeling of dislike. I feel sympathetic towards the person. You understand? Mostly what happens, a person who hurts, we become angry with the person. Sometimes we are not able to give anything in response, but we would like to. We would like to say many things if we could. But we should not do it, and we should have a sympathy for the person for having that nature, which he is not able to change. Now, if it is possible, don't interact so much with the person. It's not that the tiger and me, we are the same soul, so I go and embrace a tiger, or a snake and me are the same soul, so I go and take the snake and let it bite me. That we should not do. So we should, if it is possible, have minimum interaction. Minimum interaction, but what happens in our life is that the person who hurts or person who is rude or belittles, you will feel a little stiff with the person, right? We become a little stiff. If we are crossing road, then we'll look this way and go, right? So that should not happen. You can very naturally ask, how are you? Suppose still that person snaps at you and takes, it's okay. Don't mind it. Don't take things personally. This is the thing. The soul is the same. So, if you take things personally, you are not using that impersonal quality of the self. You understand? You should become more and more impersonal, more and more impartial. And if any correction is to be made in yourself, you do that. That did the person react like this because I spoke something wrong or I behaved in a wrong manner? Have a self-examination. If you find that you have done, then correct it. You may also go and ask forgiveness from the person. That say, I think I spoke to you like this and that is why you snapped at me. Be very, very straightforward and open. Actually, these are the human qualities. We were having that day, that session, no? Art of becoming human. Humans should become open and straightforward without having any kind of taint in the mind. These are the practices. These are the living the knowledge, and you should love these practices. I would always say that love this practice is nothing difficult. I always try to say that it is not difficult at all. You should love it. Then you will feel like practicing it. Practicing it, using it in your life. Whatever we love, we do that. If we like sweets, we'll always go to the sweet shop and buy and eat, right? So some interest we will have. So love this path. The book is there. This is Bhagavad Gita book. The shlokas are there. How to live this shloka, how to live the message of Bhagavad Gita, that should be, as if you are getting drenched by the nectar, living every moment. And when we get nectar out of anything, little bit of happiness, with our baby steps we go, it becomes easy and very joyful. Anything else?
Jai Guru Ma, taking the theme what you presented to us, actually looking at Swamiji at this age of 92, I was wondering, you being very close and having observed over the last 40 plus years or so, I know you said, Swamiji said I am nothing, I have nothing, I want nothing. Nityatruptaha. But we feel he's everything. He has got all things. So I was wondering if we were to really pick that health at this age and with his enthusiasm which he does, what has he done living Bhagavad Gita every moment, at least from the time which you watched? So sharing some of those ideas, for example, chapter 17, Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga, how did he apply any of those health principles to himself so that he is so active at this point in time?
So, I think if I start talking about Swamiji, only I'll be talking. So, as you were saying, Ravi, that I think he is an embodiment of Bhagavad Gita. And Swamiji says that he started reading, when he started giving lectures in Bhagavad Gita, he had not yet read the full Bhagavad Gita. And as he started giving, from the very young age of 23, he was talking. But I have seen him embody all this, embody. He asked about the health thing, and about food, about disciplines, about everything. He just lives it. He's always moderate, and that is, I remember that in the very beginning when Swamiji asked me, when I first met him, he asked me, I was in Kargapur IT at that time, and Swamiji was in Kerala. Swamiji said that I must write to him every 15 days. So I used to write to him every 15 days, whatever came to my mind. So that is one thing I always tell everybody, inspire everybody, but very few do it, that if you must open your heart, and whatever is binding you or whatever is disturbing you, you can't tell the Mahatma so that you get a reply from him. So I used to write, and very soon he would give a typed reply. He always types. So those days typewriter was there. And you would be very happy to know that he had initially, a small orange typewriter. So when I first saw it, I thought, oh, this is also orange. So then in that he had written, be moderate for everything that you do. Be moderate. And I have found Swamiji moderate in his sleep, in his food habits. He used to take, I think for years means at least 25 years. I'm with him for nearly 40 years, at least 25 years. One food, rice, one particular item, that's all. Now we are telling the other day, now he has diabetes and all that. So I said that, Swamiji, you take whatever you want. You should not, he would say, no, my sugar will increase. No, Swamiji, it is very tasty. Why don't you take? And it will not do you harm. And what is there at this age? You are also 92. I'm also 75. So we should take whatever. Just to inspire him. You take. So he'll say, okay. But regarding everything, whether it is dress, whether it is comfort, he is always moderate and he doesn't want anything. Actually, we have to see and get. When I first came to the ashram, I noticed, and very soon there was Guru Purnima. So Swamiji, with a few of us, he was talking, then he suddenly got up and said, such and such person has sent one dhoti for me, mund, that those who do not know, I'm saying that cloth which he wears here at the waist, so that is dhoti or mund. So I have to dye it in Gerua. So he got up. I was not a sannyasin at that time. So I said, Swamiji, will you please show me how to dye? Then after that I will dye for you. So okay, he said, okay. And he showed me how to, put the color, what temperature of water, how to do it. And ever since I was doing. And for a long time, even after we took up sannyasa, I have been doing. But now I am also growing old for quite some years now. Taught one working lady, she does it. So why I said this? So when I dyed that, so I knew how to dye clothes. That's the first time I did. Then I noticed that Swamiji goes for lectures, whether in Kerala, Thrissur, or goes to Delhi or Jamshedpur. He has one color of dhoti, another color of shirt, another color of towel. So I used to feel that my Swamiji should look very nice. He should have matching clothes. So how much I used to, because textures will not give similar color. Like a banyan will not give same color you are putting. A banyan will not give the same tinge. And the cotton cloth will not give the same tinge. So how many times I had to dip, and my whole hand used to become, and I used to think, oh, so beautiful color. I never knew that I'll also become a sannyasin at that time. But that was my joy. So regarding dress, regarding anything, he is very, very moderate. Only thing, but he takes care of his body in the sense that regarding food, and regarding exercises and walking. Exercise at this age, the number of exercises he does in the mornings and a little bit in the evening. And there I feel that he is not very moderate, we all feel, because he always does more. So at this age, sometimes he will do so much of knee exercises and he'll say that my knee is fuming. And he will not agree with us that it is because of the exercises. If you say that it is because of the too many exercises, then he will say, no, it is not like that. So his knee was bad. The orthopedic surgeon there in Thrissur is very devoted. He said, Swamiji need not come to my clinic, I'll come. So he came to the ashram. Then Swamiji told Miru is a doctor, so said that, Miru, you please take videos of all my exercises so that we can send it to him and see if he has no time to see it there. Actually Swamiji doing exercises, so videos he can see. Now, the doctor came, saw everything and said that the knee is a little inflamed and saw the videos, and he was saying, my goodness, Swamiji, you should not do these exercises. So we kept on telling that we are also saying Swamiji should not do push-ups and all that. So, and Swamiji will say, I have done it 300 times. Kapalabhati, I am doing 550 times. Just imagine. But with that, he keeps himself. So I saw that he's very focused, very, very focused. Whatever he takes up, his whole mind is that. And in the very beginning, even now he says that a person who is spiritual can speak only spirituality. So in whatever he speaks, he'll bring in spirituality, and there is a message in that. Whether it is cooking, whether it is food, whether it is doing any program or any other thing, writing a book, writing a letter, going out anywhere. You don't know, today when morning we were coming, so many of you might have seen that in our seats in the car, they put a gerua cloth. And that the devotees are doing. So I don't remember now, I don't know in whose car we were coming. Maybe Hasni's car. So Swamiji's seat, the gerua cover was not fully there. It got a little crumpled. Swamiji, while getting into the car, he was bending because his attendant, he has a problem, neurological problem, where he suddenly falls backwards. So there is a person always at the back. Now that Praveen was there. So Praveen cannot do it because Praveen has to be at his back. And others were doing something else they did not notice. Swamiji himself put the seat nicely. And when I went to get in, then I was shouting, hey, please come here. Swamiji himself is doing. So This is he. He will do like this, he's very accessible to people, approachable to people. If he comes to know that somebody has come and be told that he's resting, he gets annoyed with us, that why did you not wake me up? But at this age, we give some restrictions, and sometimes he gets annoyed with me, say that I don't like so many restrictions. I don't know whether I have been able to reply you. In earlier days, we were not very small ashram, so I was initially only one lady there, and so I would be cutting fruits for making fruit salad. If Swamiji would pass by and he saw that I'm cutting alone, he'll come and just do like this. I mean, give him a knife. Then he'll start cutting. Then in a vessel, all the fruits will be kept, and then he will mix it very well, like this. And he says that I'm a village boy. I can climb all the hills. Our ashram is in a hilly terrain. So I have grown up in Kerala. I'm a village boy, so you need not you need not worry about me. I can do all these things. I can even now draw so much of water from the well, which I used to do. Or he will say that someday, the other day, there was nobody to wash vessels. And somehow it happened that some workers were not there, and the Annakshetra was piled with vessels. He immediately took his towel and said, I'll come and I'll help. So naturally, we won't allow him to do all these things, but for a long time, wherever he will see that he has to give some help, he's ready to do that. So these things are, when we remain in a close contact, we observe, and it is for us to imbibe those things. Okay, shall I stop? Sampurnam Jagadev Nandanavanam Sarvepi Kalpadrumaha Gangam Vari Samasta Vari Nivaha Punya Samasta Kriyaha Vacha Prakrita Samskrita Shruti Shiro Varanasi Medini Sarvavasthitirasya Vastu Vishaya Drishti Parabrahmani Sarvavasthitirasya Vastu Vishaya Drishti Parabrahmani. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. This sloka I will explain. This is not from Bhagavad Gita, but this is what I think will give a reply to Ravi's question. The one who is in Brahman has realized Brahman, how he is. Okay.